Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today we're checking out z.ai. They're back with GLM 5.1 and it's just a point 1 update, but it's actually very good. I've actually been spending the last 24 hours running maybe 50 tests, half an hour generations each, just to get the best quantization out there for you and to show you how good it is. Now let's just check out the benchmarks I got here. Look, again, is better than Gemini 3.1 Pro at coding, and it's just behind Claude Opus. But something actually very interesting, if you look at the stats here, you can see, I think Anthropic, they recently released or announced they've got this new Mythios coding model, and it's meant to be really good for cybersecurity, and they're too scared to release it because it's going to make everything insecure. Check this out. In CyberGym, a cybersecurity benchmark, it got the highest. It got 68.7, which is actually higher than Opus. So maybe the Mythos one is even better. But this is an open weight model and it's topping the charts. So yeah, make sure you security update everything, because even the open weight ones can be used. And look at it in software engineering, SWE Bench Pro, the highest. It got the highest score, and they've even got GLM 5 scores over there. Now, I've been testing it also with GLM 5 just to show you a comparison. I'm testing lots of different quantizations. I'll show you for you. I'm actually really excited to share this with you because I've been doing so many different tests. But yeah, you can see it is a noticeable difference between all of them, except one benchmark, HMMT, the latest one, which is Harvard's maths tournament. GLM 5 actually got slightly better, but don't worry, we actually be testing GLM 5.1 in maths to see how good it is and all that stuff. So as you can see, it's a great open weight model. Previously, GLM 5 was the #1 intelligence-wise open weight model according to their benchmarks. Obviously, in the next week or so, we're going to be having even more models come out. So we're going to be seeing, it's going to be some fun time to see how good this is, how it stacks up. But I want to show you the quantizations over here. If you click on that, there's 10 actual updates there. And you've got the GGUFs, and you also got MLX models. So in this test, I'm going to be testing the Inferencer Labs made one. That's the one we made. And also the RAM 420 GB one. That one's a mixed quant one to hopefully get better results. And I also found there's something called an MXFP4 Q8. So I don't know what Q8 means, but it sounds like it's going to be some really good damage. So I've got those guys as a baseline. And I've also got the base Q4 version. If you just get it straight out, hopefully the MLX community will come out with that one soon. Or if not, I can also upload that one for comparison. But let's jump in to the test. And the first thing I'm going to show you is the baseline. So this is GLM 5. And this test is actually very thorough. So what I did for this test is I gave it code and I asked it, this is a massive piece of code over here, I don't know if you can see it, and I'll give it the instruction to modify that code to add in a spaceship we can fly around in third-person perspective. That test is really good because we can find out if we can keep the integrity of the spaceship and the existing code base. From the previous test, if you watch our previous videos, I had to enable a feature called context attention because GLM is based on DeepSeek V3.2. It's got a really clever feature where instead of it analyzing the entire context window for every single new token, it only keeps track of the top 2,000 tokens for analysis, and that allows it to run faster when you have massive context windows. But when you have that enabled, sometimes you might miss depending on lots of different situations. So when I have that full attention where it just analyzes the whole context window, it actually runs still pretty fast, but you get much better accuracy. So this is the result it produced. I'm just going to hit the player over here. So we can see we kept the Earth. That was the original generation, and everything all works. So switching it up, but we now have this new feature called Spawn Spaceship. And look at that. We can fly around. Now look at the controls. Right goes right. Up goes down. I don't know if that's a big thing. Maybe it's okay because macOS does it, but we can look around. We've got a nice spaceship here and it's got afterburners and it flies around. So that's GLM 5 for you. And if you're wondering, we actually tested it also out on NVIDIA's cloud and GLM's z.ai website. And this was actually a better result. So check out the last video called Context Attention if you want to go into depth there. But for now, we're going to jump back into GLM 5.1. So this is the baseline Q4 quantization. And you can see, look at that. We've got a spaceship and we can actually also fly around. Backwards goes down for some reason, and forward seems to go up and forward. So we've got a little bit of breakage in following the instructions, but generally I can see there's no runtime errors and we do have a spaceship on the screen. So that's gorgeous. Q4 works really well just to start off this visualization. Next up, we're going to switch over to the 420 GB edition, and we can see we do have a spaceship there. It does look nice. The asteroid, let's see, it still collides. That's perfect. Running the spaceship, it goes up and down forward goes forward and back goes back. That is some nice smooth motion. So I got to say that is very, very beautiful. And it's even got, look, collision detection. It's got collision detection. That is, well, not 100% collision detection, but that is a really good quality version. So again, the 420 GB RAM version out there is good on this test. We're going to switch it up and do the version we're uploading, the Inference Labs one. And you can see we got Spaceship up here. It's nice and shaded. We're gonna see if the asteroid still works. And yes, the asteroid still works. So flight mode. We got a nice little afterburners over there. Forward goes forward, back goes back. And the Earth is there. And we've got crosshair. We don't have collision detection there, but we arguably got a better visualization. But I gotta say, all those versions, I'd say I'd give that a pass because there's no runtime errors and it runs fine and it looks gorgeous. So the next test we're going to be doing is a 3D Flappy Birds clone. And again, this produced so much tokens. Look at all the tokens that were made. 9,000 tokens at 15.5 tokens a second. We're going to get into tokens in a second very, very soon, but I just want to show you the results. So this is the baseline Q4 version you can get. And look at that. It's having an issue. So it is actually running in the background there, but as you can see, the UI is kind of broken. So that's not a good version. That's where you're losing that quality when you start to quantize things. If you just do it naively, you can get a bad mix. So next up, we're going to go for the 420 GB RAM. And again, that produced 8,000 tokens. So I'll hit play. And I love this perspective. Look at that. It's in that follow-on cam. I mean, this, you can just make games just like that, straight up. So you got some sort of wings flying up there. Obviously, the view's a bit broken. It's not 100% there yet, but let's just see. So the view is a little bit broken. Like you can see, the pipes are transparent when it goes inside, but you got the collision detection and it works. And this is a very, very beautiful perspective. So I'm going to say this is a pass. So that's 2 points for the 420 GB RAM version, even though it's not exactly Flappy Birds, it's a different perspective, but it's definitely beautiful and gorgeous. Next up, we're going to switch over to the version we're uploading, Inference Labs one. So we'll hit play there. And this is just a traditional Flappy Birds game. You got a pipe and you press space to fly. You see it's got a score counter, so that's working fine. And does crashing work? Boom, signal lost. So it's got best score at the end there. So that is working. That's perfect. I like the situation. So that also gets 2 points. I did some other tests, but I'm going to jump into the next test that we're going to be benchmarking over here. And that is MS Word clone. So in the baseline Q4 version, I'm going to make a baseline MS Word clone. Look how much tokens it produced. Now this was 15,000 tokens and it took 1,000 seconds in generation. And I ran like 50 of these tests. I pretty much spent the last 24 hours making these tests. If you appreciate the results, let me know. I'll just give it a little like or something. Thank you very much. So let's see how MS Word does with Q4. And that looks, oh, that is gorgeous. That is so good. That looks like a real, that looks like Word. I mean, it's got to minimize and maximize. Doesn't work, but it's there. The UI is gorgeous. Let's just see, can we modify it? Is it, did you see that? Did you see that? When I highlighted the text that was bold, it actually automatically highlighted the bold and italic because it knew it was there. So that's very clever. Can we change the font? Font changing works. That is just the baseline Q4 version. And with Quantize, the good thing about the release of the GLM 5.1 is they actually release it in float 16 or B float 16. And so that means when you do quantize it down, you can get higher precision because you're not calculating from a quantized version. You're not having to re-upscale it and then quantize it down again. You can quantize it down from a pure version. So thank you for releasing the big one. Obviously, it's a 1.5 terabyte download. Yes, it took a long time to download it. It took a long time to convert and all that stuff. But as you can see, the results are gorgeous. So that's 2 points there. And now we're jumping on to the RAM version, 420 GB RAM. And again, that looks nice. Maybe the format of the text isn't as good. And it's kind of lost its comprehension here on the bottom half with the pages. It's got a tiny bit of error, so we're going to deduct half a point for that. We'll now switch over to the Inference Labs version that we're uploading, and we'll play there. Again, this looks very similar to the Q4 version. Okay, the page is still working. We do have a word count there at the bottom, 176. Word count, we've already got 176 there. Characters, this is amazing. I mean, Apple They're they usually don't like applications that allow you to make applications on their end device. So I don't know if I can even release this. They say developer tools are allowed, and as long as the code isn't changing. So this is Inferencer, and that allows you to run these LLMs, and the LLMs write codes, and the code can be executed now. So you can actually have all of the games just being made and being run and just being changed inside the same studio, and it just runs out of the box. That's amazing. And what's actually something cool about this play button, it also works while it's writing the code. So you can actually see the code come to life. So this also gets a point there. So this has got 3 points. The other ones have got 2 points and 2.5 points. Now we're going to switch it up and we're going to do Minecraft. Yes, that's going to be a good one. So Q4, 10,000 tokens generated. And memory-wise, Q4 is obviously going to take the least amount of memory. So that's 391 gigs of memory. We'll hit play. And look at that. Okay, we can move the mouse. You can click and you can place blocks, and you got the view here. You can't select them, unfortunately, and you can't move. So the quantization did break things. Although maybe if you play around with the seed, change the date, change the temperature, all that kind of stuff, you could get lucky with a working version. But generally you can see that there is some sort of errors happening. With the RAM version, again, that one went a bit slower. They have a mixed quantization, so some of the layers that they have is actually even full precision. So they've maybe tested out the activations and went from there. That's how they did it probably. And we'll hit play there. We've got voxel craft. Look at that. You can run around, you can jump. This is a good demonstration. You can smash blocks up, you can add blocks. This is a good quality one. The only thing that I noticed is missing is there's no icons on the selection here. So that is maybe a quarter of a point down, but generally I gotta say this is good, this is fast, and this is a great version of it. I'm gonna switch it up to the Inferencer Labs version, and this one's called the Voxel Craft. And that one right here is working. It looks gorgeous. Yes, we got the icons on the screen there, so I can put a wooden one. I'm adding a wooden one. I can add the gray one. I can jump around. So this one is probably a perfect Minecraft clone over here because I don't see any errors and it looks gorgeous and you got all the icons there. So that's the version that we're uploading at the moment. Did a few tests there. Now we're going to jump in and we're going to be doing mathematics. And just to solidify this, I'm going to jump into z.ai. This is from the International Maths Olympiads to determine all the real numbers. Based on that question, it comes up with a bunch of maths. It's good that it shows the code here. So the final answer, according to z.ai's own website, is k is an integer and q is any odd positive integer. And that is the wrong answer. That is the wrong answer. I can't believe that. That is, look, I'll show you the answer here. All even integers satisfy the condition and no other real number does so. So z.ai, unfortunately, they give you the wrong answer. Now, this is GLM 5 Turbo. I assume that's GLM 5.1, but it might not be. So maybe that's that. But even GLM 5 apparently in their tests got a better result than GLM 5.1. So even if this isn't GLM 5.1, GLM 5 should have got the right answer there. So this is the wrong answer. Maybe if you call it via the APIs, you could actually get the correct answer because here it doesn't let you set things like the temperature and all that kind of stuff. Let's see if our quantized version that we're going to test is going to get even closer to the right answer. So first up, we got the baseline Q4 edition, and we can see that A is an even integer, and so that's actually the wrong answer because it said it's an even integer and it's conditional in this set. So it's close. It got even integer, but it's not full. I'll give it half a point because this is even closer answer than z.ai's one. The RAM version, RAM 420B, it's all real numbers that satisfy this set. So this is a completely wrong answer. So maybe the layers that they chose is more to do with coding or something. They're sort of sample based rather than mathematics. The Inferencer Labs version, the real numbers that satisfy conditions are all even numbers. So we got the right answer there. So this is a 4 point. It's not the full fat version. It's a quantized version and we're still smashing it out. It's got the right answer. So we smashed this test out. Happy about that. And yeah, we'll see what happens there. And we also got the MXFP4 version downloaded now. And when we run that, it says all integers that are multiples of 4. So that's wrong answer. So that I'm not hopeful. With MXP stuff, it's all emulated on Mac OS, on Macs anyway, because they don't have the actual hardware for it. So I always find that the quality is actually worse. It sounds good, MXFP4, but the quality's never been good when I've tested it with my perplexity test. Speed wise now, because this is actually a good way to check out the speed. So we've got 2,500 tokens, and that was 17.5 tokens a second. That was the Q4 version. That's going to be the fastest because everything is just quantized to 4 bits. The RAM version, the mixed one, that's the slowest one at 13.9, but it also made 2,500 tokens. The Inference Labs version made 1,600 tokens, the least amount of tokens. It got the right answer and it was the fastest, but maybe it was faster because it produced less tokens. And the MX FP4 one, 1,000 tokens, 14.8, not as fast, even though it produced less tokens and it got the wrong answer. So that's the state of play that we have with the quantization. So going forward, I'm going to be testing it out with these live tests I'm going to do right now with the Q4.8 version that's being uploaded to Hugging Face as we speak. So check it out if you want to play along. And the first question I know you guys want to find out is, so the car wash is 50 meters from my house. I want to get the car wash. Should I walk there or should I drive? Boom, straight away it says you should drive. We're smashing it out at 17 tokens a second. Produce 100 tokens there. Now I just want to check out the entropy because I want to see how confident it was. So it says drive 100% even. It wasn't sure it was going to say even. It might have said while, it might have said a new line. It might have just ended the show over there. It wasn't going to say, it was going to come up with a different paragraph. So you can even find out the different branches of where it would have gone to if you'd gone there. But generally, its reasoning, it seems to be great. I mean, you got that maths IMO competition correctly. So I'm confident that this is going to be a great model for you guys to play with. Next up, I want to see what it's like with tool calling, because that's something we haven't tested. So I'll say, what is Xcreate? What is xcreate.com? So it's made a call to the website, grabbed the results of the website. It should summarize it. And boom, Xcreate is a state-of-the-art local AI image generator. So it's done a good job there. And I guess just to finish up, let's have a fun one here. I say, make me a website for my plumbing business, because that's going to be fun. So this is even all these tests. I've actually done it with thinking mode disabled. Or for this one, yeah, this version, because it smashed it all out. So it's right in the HTML code right there. I'll hit that play button here because I want to show you that feature. And that is cool. The menu bar is coming to life. I guess the good thing about this is if the generation isn't going the way exactly how you want it to be, for example, if we're using green or if the company name is different, you can just stop the generation there and then and make the change and it will just save your tokens. Produce 13,000 tokens. Our context window was 1.39 gibbs, and that's full context. We didn't use that turbo quant stuff, left it full, and it's very, very low because it uses MLA, and that's a really good compression technique for context windows. And in total, our peak memory is 422 gibbs of memory. So we still got almost 90 gibbs to play around with on our Mac Studios. Look at it right there. Your local plumbing experts. Apparently, I've got same-day service, licensed and insured. I got 4.9 on the Google. I can scroll down. Full plumbing service, leak detection, water detection. This is a gorgeous website. It's just so nice that today people who aren't programmers can just make stuff just like that, and it will just make it for you. I don't know if this request form works, but you can probably get it, flesh it out, just talk to it, just see that stuff. And I guess this is just a one page, but then you can always say, create me an about page and modify it. You know what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add in, I've got chats here, I'm going to add in a projects section. And that way we can actually build an application in there and it will have full autonomy in there. So that's coming very, very soon. We'll see how this goes. But what do you guys think of GLM 5.1? I'm pumped. I think they've done a great job. I love the scoring. Still, look at it right there. It's beating Gemini 3.1 Pro. And that one was, according to some of the commenters on this channel, that one was very, very, very smart. And I've got 3.1 Pro. It comes with my Google Workspace. So I get to use it. It fights with me, but it's known as one of the smartest models, and a few months ago apparently it was causing ChatGPT's shareholders to get very, very scared. So that was very, very interesting. So let me know what you guys think of GLM 5.1. Check out z.ai as well. Hope you guys found this video useful and enjoyed the show.